Mr. Drew, are you in your office?
Yes, hello. Who is it?
Uh, it's it's Shy. You wanted to do an interview today.
Oh, yes, that's right. Come on in, Shy.
Okay. Uh, Good morning, Mr. Drew.
Good morning, Shy. I heard that you wanted to, what was it, apply for a job here at Joey Drew Studios?
That is correct, sir.
Now, if you don't mind me asking, what exactly do you want to do here at Joey Drew Studios?
Well, my main focus is to voice acting, but with anything you need, I can help with. I draw in my spare time. I currently am writing a story myself, and that could help. I play piano sometimes. I would be playing violin, but my violin broke. Um, Major music enthusiast too, so I can help, compile the music, not write it. God, don't get me to write it. But I can make sure that they're all grouped together. If you need any help with making sure that we have all the equipment in certain areas done, I can do that too.
Yeah, well, really, whatever you want, whatever your strengths are, we could definitely use you. Well, we definitely got a lot of animators. So,
I have that. You have Andrew Stein with you. Well, I need to be formal. Say Mr. Stein. I'm not his friend, so I can't say his first name.
are you familiar with Mr. Stein, eh?
I've seen his art before.
Me and Henry have been friends for I don't even know how long it's been at this point. Time really flies.
Well, it'd be wonderful to, you know, work here because, Disney's a little bit of a toxic group, if I'm being honest. Fleischer went out of business basically hundreds of years ago, if I'm being honest. Warner Brothers, well, they have the Animaniacs. I don't want to deal with those guys. I frankly don't. And y'all are a small company, and I like whenever something is small, close knit, because then it's better for my, one, anxiety issues, and two, feel more like family, and not just like people who are just pawns into a corporate business.
Yes, here at Joey Drew Studios, we always want to make sure that we put the employees and the art first, and then the audience. Because if we do not make sure that our employees are well mannered or well put together or anything, we cannot hope to have a good audience. That's why we always have resorted to 2D animation, because it takes a lot of
And
patience and a lot of time. But in all honesty, it
and
ends with quality.
yeah, and with everyone switching to modern digital animated, it makes y'all stand out too. Makes y'all remember back being stuck in the old days when animation used to be really good and you could see tiny animator flaws, but it's still fun to watch. Seeing the smear frames whenever you pause it.
Yeah, I remember a good buddy of mine. I think his name was Walt Disney. I want to say buddy of mine, even though he was not really
He's
a
a competitor.
friend, but because he accused me of copying his beloved mouse or something. I don't remember what he
He
accused
had
me
a
of,
rat.
but
Get pest control. He has a rat.
mm, so that's what the big idea with the mouse representing Disney is. But anyway,
He's just a rat.
yeah, I remember he used to do 2D, but he seemed to have stopped at this point. But
well,
oh,
Walt Disney himself has been dead for a bit, and
yep.
the last hand-drawn animated movie would be Princess and the Frog back in 2008.
And may he rest in peace.
Sure, in peace, not pieces. He's ash.
Oh. Well, anyway, so we have decided to keep the 2D animation alive because we feel it has a lot more spirit, especially when it comes to Bendy, the dancing demon, and even all his friends. They don't. We tried putting them into 3D using our our ink machine. But it did not really go as planned. Let's just say that for right now.
Mm, come on. See this still. Come on. You can't hide secrets from me. Or what? Is it because I'm not part of your technical family of the whole studio that you can't spill the secrets yet?
Yeah, we have a lot. We tend to have quite a few secrets here. If you start working here for a while, you'll eventually learn a bunch of them. But
No,
as
I already know that. I already know that. You already have Jen helping you make the machine.
and Gent has been a very mixed bag for my career. 'Cause on one hand, they helped make the studio, like different parts of it, and even a good friend of mine, I think his name was Bertram. He helped me try to make an amusement park, even though it literally did not sell well. But
Well, you
then
could have put
there's
it in Florida. You could have put it in Florida, and so that way you can have competition between Universal and Disney. We don't talk about SeaWorld because there's no competition needed for that. We don't really want to see animals basically being, yeah, tiny containers.
we were actually debating about making some ink animals for a little while. We just never got around to it.
Hmm.
Well, we do have Boris, but Boris is more of an anthropomorphic character.
Yeah, he's the anthropomorphic wolf, in which technically his name is from the old Bulgar language that means wolf. Technically, if we were to translate it, it'd be wolf the wolf.
And that right there is the quirks of the writing team. They love
Well,
doing their job.
I have some art that I can probably show that might help.
Oh,
Let's see, will it show up? There we go.
I see you're a big fan of Alice and Angel.
It's what happens whenever my girlfriend won't shut up about this woman.
Hmm.
Sketchbooks upon sketchbooks upon sketchbooks.
Oh, looks like you've been busy.
Yeah,
I'm seeing a few original characters in here. You look like you can have potential. Or at least these don't look like my characters.
well, I actually made some because it goes with the AU I'm writing. And these are some information that I would take to put him as. I would see him as an actual, quite literal, genderless asexual. Because all he wants is, mischief. I don't think he wants romance. Let's see. We talked about Walt Disney earlier. Let me see if I can find the art.
I feel
Okay.
like this mention of Bendy sexuality is for an entirely different department of the studio.
Oh God. You mean Sammy's department? We all know he probably tries to flirt with the cutouts. He probably does. I don't know.
Well, Sammy has been a very
This was
weird
for
fellow of the recent years, especially.
Yeah, this is for a challenge I did. The outer sides of the box are supposed to be non-detailed, while the inner is detailed.
Looks nice. You have some pretty good drawing talent.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh boy, William. He burns. But also kind of I don't think I wouldn't say anthropomorphized, but I took different cat breeds and kind of put with stuff. There's
So
an
you're a
Oriental short
furry.
hair. No, not a furry. I'm just a cat lover, and I just wanted to see how it would look. Mainly to also test out different body shapes. Now this technically one, but this is technically a original character for a dumb thing I'm into. Jesus Christ, where is it? It cannot be that hard to find. Oh yeah, another Alice. This time she's a little thick. I have this thing right
Huh.
now. She will actually look smug. She just wants to look smug all the time.
Did you seriously make Alice a cat?
No, those are horns. That's like what she has.
Oh.
I just need to find this damn phone. Where can it? Oh my god, I just saw it. Oh yeah, the way I can color things too. There it is. There's your buddy.
That's a good caricature of me.
It's not you, it's Walt Disney.
We look the same. We look
You
really
both look like
similar.
James Jonah Jameson from the Spider-Man universe. He's stuck in here with all my other people I adore in a way. I look back at this anytime I feel sad. So yes, any other questions you may
Well, let's see.
ask? Do you need to know any other requirements or skills I got? All the good beats.
Um, as always, it kind of depends on exactly what job you're going for. But as
Like
far
I
as
said, any that you need the most in.
what
I
was that?
currently do voice anything that you need the most in. 'Cause currently, I'm voice acting for someone's story, Sammy Lawrence and stuff.
Well, we were
And
thinking about adding a new character, and if you can make a cute sort of devilish voice, it could be good qualifications for this new character. As you are aware, there
okay.
is a trio called the Butcher Gang from all our Bendy
Oh, I
cartoons,
know those guys too well.
and
I know Charlie, Barley, and Edgar. Edgar is my son. I want to keep him away from the gang. The gang is a bad influence on him.
so something you might not know is that we had another employee, I think her name was Jane or something, and she
Oh,
decided to make an interesting idea, which was what
okay.
if we make a female Butcher Gang member? All the writing
I mean,
room laughed, and it
that.
prompted us to pretty much fire her because of the bad idea, and we were low staffed, and also got
That's
to
a
the point
wonderful
where
idea.
if you didn't have a good idea, then you're probably fired because you need good ideas in order to last this business because we're about to go bankrupt soon. And so,
Well, I can help.
yeah, because months later we found the old drawing, and we decided, let's just give this a chance. We actually are going to go bankrupt, so maybe for one of our final cartoons, let's do a debut and see what any current fans think of it. And what do you know? The people liked the idea when we got through the announcement. The only bad thing though is we didn't realize we did not have a voice actor. We did not have a voice actor or voice actress for her. So, what do you say? Would you give it a shot?
Sure. You said she needs to be cute, but also a devilish voice?
That's correct. Hello? Can you hear me? Am I coming through? Hello? Can you hear
How
me?
is that voice thing?
What was that? Hello?
I said how was that voice thing, Mr. Drew?
Did you do the
Or did you not
voice?
quite hear? Yeah.
I I could not hear the voice. Sorry about that.
Okay. I can do it again. Don't worry. Look, Charlie. I think it is probably the worst idea you could ever come up with. Breaking into Joey's office? Hell no. I get you trying to be like this ringleader, monkey or something, but poor Edgar over here, he crying. What the hell? Take care of the poor small child while you try doing anything stupid.
It sounds pretty good for the gig. I would say that you're hired.
And I also have some photos of makeup stuff I can do, too.
Oh,
Or the ones up top are my actual makeup done doings, and the one underneath is who I did it as.
looks nice.
It is the man himself, Sammy Lawrence.
I bet Sammy would like that. You ought to show it to him when
I
you come
mean,
when you come in.
actually, I could try doing his voice right now.
Well, doesn't hurt to give it a shot.
Quiet. Can hear him crawling, crawling above, crawling. I must have him notice me. Wait, you look familiar to me. That face. Not now. For our Lord is calling to us, my little sheep. The time of sacrifice is at hand. Soon he will hear me. He will set us free. That is basically what I have to do as the voice. Since I already do his voice and someone else's book.
Well, Sammy likes when people try to mimic his voice. Same time though, he can be pretty picky about it. So I would recommend when you come in, like when you decide to come in, do the voice around him, see what he thinks about it. He might like it, he might not. I'm not really sure, but who knows? It could be a good inside joke in the office.
Yeah, I better watch it, because one day I might come in cosplaying, looking exactly like an employee and talking like them, and they won't know the difference. They'll be like, wait, I thought Tom was sick. And then, me dressing up as Tom Connor and sounding just like him, just walking around. But here's the thing, I know nothing about engineering and stuff.
Oh,
That's the only thing I'll give it away.
well, I just need to make sure to talk about anything else besides that. You can always talk
Well,
about music with him. He tends to really love that for some reason.
yeah, okay, that's interesting. Well, are there any other, questions about my qualifications do you need?
In all honesty, at this point, not really. Because,
Well, you mind telling me more about the machine you have?
what?
You mind telling me more about this machine you have?
About the mission?
Machine.
Oh, the machine.
Machine,
Oh,
Jim.
oh yes, the
Yeah.
machine. Um,
Because I'm
well,
going to be having to, work with that thing. I might as well need to know about it.
yes, well, the machine's a very weird thing of how it works. So apparently, of what I've been told about it, I'm not the one who made it. Thomas Connor is the one who created it, who works for
Yeah,
Jen.
I think I know that.
And so what he ended up doing was, when he created it, he told me about all the stuff that it could do. And
Oh,
so he said that you can, if you do it right, you can actually convert a bunch of your creations to life. So that's what we did. It had a lot of mixed results, and I pretty much fired him for it. And so
oh,
it got to the point where we created Bendy, but not in the way we wanted, and so that got a whole can of worms opened up for it. But then directly afterwards, we decided to. Some people wanted to experiment with other things, and so you will notice that there have been copies, I guess would be the right word for it. Like, for example, a bunch of the guys around the place really loved their bacon soup, and so they decided
Oh,
to throw
well,
it
I've
into
made
the
it
ink
before.
machine.
Oh
And
God.
so if you don't know, just take a long walk around the studio, and you will find that in almost every daggone cupboard there is bacon soup. And it's not because we went
Oh,
out and
Lord.
just sold out on bacon soup in front of every single store near us, but no, it's because we decided to clone it, and it somehow actually worked. It didn't bring the bacon soup to life as we hoped, but it had cloning properties to it.
Does it mean that it's technically toxic because it's made of ink, or does it still taste like the soup?
It still tastes like the soup. I just request that a lot of people don't eat that much of it, but some people just don't listen to me, and
Because
we've had some
uh,
lawsuits in the past.
because of the cosplay I've done, I've asked people right now to tell me how to improve on it. Someone told me to cover myself in ink or to drink it. My own girlfriend's telling me to drink ink, and I'm like, tell me that isn't toxic. It's probably toxic. And she's like, no, no, I drank it. I'm perfectly fine. I'm like, yeah, I'm trusting you on one half because I'm your partner and I love you. The other half needs the science. She sent me an actual fucking screenshot. And now I'm scared. Please tell
Huh.
me the pipes don't burst.
Hopefully not. And we haven't had that happen yet, so thankfully it hasn't happened. Hoping it doesn't. I hope it does not in the future. That's the last thing
Okay.
we're gonna need.
It's probably not going to be a loss. We'll have to more or less how many burials I'm doing.
Oh, trust
Or how
me.
many cups of water you're going to go through. Just to
Well,
get that probably awful taste out of their mouth.
yeah, because the ink is hard to get out. The flavor of the ink is hard to get out. I'll say that.
Well, I've licked a Sharpie before.
You did what?
Lick a Sharpie. Have you never done that?
Not my childhood. Not my childhood, I hadn't. Well, that might
That's
just
what I'm
be
talking
me.
about. Licking a Sharpie. That is what I'm talking about. Licking a Sharpie.
Oh. Well, I can't say I've ever licked a Sharpie before.
Yes, I've also licked chargers. With actual phone chargers or computer chargers. So,
That is not really a problem that I have any experience with.
so uh, I think it'd be worrying if somehow I built an addiction to said viscous substance.
Oh,
Because
trust
I
me, I
feel
don't think
like
ink's that addictive.
I think one of your employees currently has an addiction to it. Sammy.
Well, Sammy has had addictions and problems with a lot of things in the past that are completely out
Well,
of our
you are aware he
control.
smokes in your studio. You are aware he smokes in your studio. I had to walk past him. He lit up 2 cigarettes and was smoking them at once.
Hmm. Well, and Sammy's not doesn't really bother anybody, so we've never been that worried about his habits.
Yes, but I don't think he should be smoking in the building.
There hasn't really been that much of a problem in the past decades or so. So I'm not really sure if it's going to be that much of a problem nowadays.
Yeah, and then it'll start becoming a problem whenever he starts muttering things about worshiping a demon from hell.
Well,
Well,
that is just
Bendy hell.
him being a bit insane. We've had several instances of that for some reason recently. Don't know why, but something. I
Yeah,
think that it
and
might
if
be
you
something in
somehow
the
try to
ink.
trap me in some sort of cycle, at least make it where I don't look like a gross searcher. Those
Hmm.
things probably have been impossible to move. They lost one that completely looks weird, but at
Huh.
least are more human than anything.
Well, that's just, that's something that's out of my control at the moment.
They said that. I swear, you probably go into that realm for your free time.
Honestly, yes.
Technically, you do have control over it. I mean, you're the one who, I think you would technically be the higher being who can and will control the realm.
That's correct.
Unless there's some other higher being, that's probably what Sammy's muttering about.
Uh, not that I'm aware of, there's no one that's actually higher than me in this case. We should be safe.
Hopefully. I better not be end up working late one night in house. Will have a janitor basically drown me.
Yeah, hopefully not. Can't think of an instance of why they would.
Not that I know of.
Of course. Yeah, well, it's been a very delightful interview.
Yes, it has been for me. And I feel like there's probably someone listening into a conversation outside our door. I can hear probably some old man coughing and wheezing a lot outside your door.
Not that I'm aware of, there's no one listening.
Yeah, there's like some sort of hunched figure outside your door. And it keeps coughing and wheezing. It looks like he's holding a broom.
That's probably just Wally.
No, I was earlier. He was cleaning up a spill on, oh, okay. This man looks older. Much, much older.
Well, I don't know. Maybe Nathan Arch is coming for a visit. Maybe he came for a visit.
God.
Maybe he's outside my door. It's been a while since I've seen old Nathan. Me and him have had a falling out recently.
Maybe it's his estranged son. You know, the old janitor man I just mentioned that could possibly drown me.
Oh, Wilson? Man, I haven't seen Wilson in a good long time at this point.
I think he's supposed to die, but somehow he's alive still. He died in the realm and next now he can come out.
I mean, it's a bit weird, I would say. Nothing too bad to worry about.
Yeah, if I get dragged to the Incredible, I'd rather have you do it because, I mean, you look less predatory. Well, less of a predator.
Well, I've never been, I don't think I've actually ever heard someone be called a predator in a positive light, but there's a new time for everything, I guess.
I just told you not one. I mean, look at you. You look actually young and friendly. He looks like he's about to fall over and might need to call 911.
Of what I've seen from Wilson, he's not too bad. He's just a bit of an odd fellow. That's about it. Nothing really too major. Nothing too bad with him.
So when would you like me to first start? What do I need to sign? I need to know.
Oh yes, thank you for reminding me, because I will send the paperwork for you.
Okay.
Just hold on. Let me just send the paperwork now.
Any other fine print I need to know about in case?
Oh yes. Just read through this, and you'll be.
Jesus fucking Christ! Jesus fucking Christ! I don't have bifocals on my glasses. I'm a blind ass bitch.
Well.
Sure, I agree to these.
You don't really have to read it. It's really just the terms and conditions and saying that, you know, your soul will not be refundable if something happens to you. It's just a yada yada stuff like that.
Wait, what? Did you say my soul won't be refundable? You mean money won't be refundable?
Well,
What do you mean my soul won't be refundable?
That is in very rare cases. Like there was a guy we
I mean,
had,
let
and
me
his name
very,
was
very quick.
Graham, and he had a bit of a falling out with the devil because he worshipped it with Sammy or something. I don't know. I didn't really look too much into the issues, but something happened, and then that happened, and he uh he became one with the walls or something. I don't know what happened to Graham.
What
He
the
was he was
fuck?
an odd fellow.
So nothing in here is going to say you're going to sacrifice me to some demonic overlord, right?
Yes, it depends. You can choose to worship this so-called demon that's been roaming around the place, but he hasn't really caused me any problems, so you should be good.
Because you locked him up in the infirmary. I've heard growling coming from the infirmary coming to you.
Hmm.
You lock him up, clearly. You treat him like a caged animal.
Yes, well,
Treat him as if you were to treat me, or Sammy, or Mr. Stein.
well, that's not entirely my problem, so.
He's technically, you're technically the reason why he was brought into this world. Technically, you should be able to take care of him and be nice to him.
Yes, but I'm not the one that made the ink machine, so it's not my full responsibility. Just saying.
Mm,
I'm just saying.
well, where would I mostly report to? Like, what department? I mean, obviously, it wouldn't be like the writing department. Maybe like the music? Would I have to go to the music every day?
Yes, if you want to help out with music, then yes, go to the music department. We have a pretty extensive music department. You'll meet Sammy, and even if you want to give old Norman a visit, he's the guy that runs the projections. He's actually a pretty
Oh,
valuable guy.
okay. Is it one who keeps being cranky all the time? Because we just told everyone to get out of
Yes, it's
the
mainly
music
just
room.
because Sammy was just likes teasing on him. But it's nothing too big. It's nothing too bad.
Yeah, well, I did see Mr. Lawrence run up to a projector, turn it on, run back down to the music room, and play certain instruments in order, and some side room opened.
Yeah, he likes
And
experiment.
that's what Norman was giving off a kind of irritated feeling about.
Mm. Well, that's just old Norman, I guess. I never really understood those two.
And I know there's a lyricist. Isn't his name Mr. Fame?
Oh, yeah. Mr. Fangs has been having a bit of a rough patch recently, but Mr. Fang,
Maybe
he
I'd be able
should.
to help him.
Yeah. Give it a shot. He seems to be good around people. It's he's been having like a depressive state or something like that recently. So I'm hoping that you can help
But
him.
then,
If
then
you're
we
good
should
with
just
people,
throw a party.
yeah. Well, if you're good
Throw a
with
party and make
people,
sure that he feels included and invited.
yeah, it should go well.
I mean,
Hopefully,
on week this Thursday. And a big event would be very lovely for us. Keep him happy.
anything to get that man back up and working.
But I did see that Mr. Stein's desk, he wasn't at it.
Yeah,
Did he leave?
yeah. Um, we don't really talk much about Henry here anymore.
Oh,
Well,
but you got yourself a little gopher boy though.
yeah. Henry's just been interesting for the last few years. He hasn't really worked to my standards as of recently.
Oh, I see. So he probably just left.
Yes. It's been hard finding a
Well,
replacement for him, but we've managed.
well, like I said, if need be, I can help with anything. Just don't ask me to do anything like quantum physics, repairs on mechanical things, you know, tell me to build something and I don't know how to build it. Don't tell me to do anything technical, because sometimes technical things hurt hurt my brain.
Well, don't worry. We have a few people for that already. But
Okay.
thank you for joining the crew, though. Hope you'll be a good,
Hmm.
valuable asset to us. So,
And I did see that you have a book out. Did you, or did someone else write it?
did I what?
Did you not know? I seen you advertise your book everywhere. It's like some something of living.
Oh, the illusions of living. Oh yes, an avid reader, I see. The illusion of living is a very interpretable book, just on the perception of reality. But that's a conversation for another
Like
day.
some good, pretty good philosopher. Should say table.
Hmm.
Just tell me whenever my start date is, and I'll be there in the flash.
Well, whenever you're free, I feel there's not really a specific date we need you. It's just when, come in for a few days, depending on when you're free, and then we'll just see what happens from there. Does that sound
Or,
good?
like some people say, just use a flow ability. You'll get here faster. Or that's more or less what some dude named Porter who got stuck in a pipe said. Yeah, I don't know what's with him.
It's been we have as you can tell, we have a bunch of interesting people here.
Yeah, he called me Bobby.
Well, Shy, I hope you enjoy working here at Joey Drew Studio soon.
I will enjoy it greatly. Just hope I don't get,